Jason just questioned just in the locker room, but something we'll have to get obviously addressed. We got to be the worst team in the league when it comes to third quarters, and just unacceptable. As players, we got to be accountable. Myself, and come out and whatever it is we got to do, we have to apply it.
When you look at what's going on these past couple of games, do you think it's more of a X's and O's things, what you guys are doing within the system, or you look at the effort and the way you guys are communicating?
To be honest, I can't even put my finger on it, to be honest. If I knew that, I would share with the guys in here. But it's an ongoing thing, and something that, I don't know. Teams are coming out with more energy, they're coming out scoring, aggressive. We're not ready for that. And, for some reason, I don't know why. We gotta figure it out. We gotta figure it out soon.
And then Kevin, why the points in the paint differential still is not in you guys' favor? Tonight you scored 50 points in the paint, I guess, again.
I mean, we're going to do something as well, and then, we're going to do some things like, as you just said, giving up points in the paint and second chance points and offensive rebounds. This is our Achilles heel. Until we address some of these things along with taking care of the basketball, these are going to be some of the things that hinder us.
And then what's it like to hear some boos from the home crowd tonight?
Wasn't well. I think everybody's in here is embarrassed. You definitely don't want that at home. And like I've been saying, we're going to continue to work to try to change this thing as best we can.
Kevin, obviously you guys have injuries, but do you think you have enough that you should be better than 3-10?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't think Brooklyn, no disrespect to Brooklyn or Darren, I don't think they're impact players. Obviously, we need them. They're out right now, but we got to somehow bind together and hold this fort down. Everybody. So it's not going to come down to one or two guys. It's going to come down to a group effort.
Kevin, what did you think of Jason's decision to put in that bench group to start the fourth quarter? And what did you think of the effort?
That's the work group. That's what he felt. And whatever decision he's going to make as far as whose plays, it's what it is. We're not carrying our weight, and obviously he's going to put somebody in there who is. Tough times right now, but you know what? I don't believe in feeling sorry for yourself. I believe in working your ass off, trying to work your way out of the hole in which you made, and nothing less than that.
Kevin, why do you think things aren't going right for you personally on the offensive end right now?
I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm in the best offensive groove or whatever. I don't really care, to be honest. I'm not a primary here. Defensively is where I'm kind of frustrated with myself and being better at that. I don't get plays called and stuff like that. Maybe once in a while, but that's not an interest or a primary right now. I think the primary is stopping and getting stops and laying our hat on that. We can't even do that, and we got to figure that out because that's who we're trying to be. That's our identity, and that's what we're trying to make our identity.
Thank you.
Guys, the locker room's
I have no clue, but it's been repetitive, man. It's kind of the tell of our season, honestly, third quarter. No matter we're up, down, we get one lift in the third.
Joe, for you personally, 34 points, career high 8 3-pointers. What did you feel? What type of grit and just the mentality did you feel like you needed to bring into this game?
I'm just, taking what the defense gives me. Obviously, with Darren and Brooke, I have to be a bit more aggressive, but it's not the offensive end. It's defensively. We give up 100+ points. You can't win. You can't win like that. Not in this league.
Why is the effort, do you think, not up to par? A lot of guys talk about effort and energy and everything. Why is it not happening for this team before 4 quarters?
I'm not sure, man, honestly. Yeah, we do a lot of talking, but it doesn't translate, we get on the court. And it's very embarrassing at this point.
KG had talked about how obviously Brooke and Darren are key players for you guys, but even so, you feel you guys should still be out here competing and win these games. Do you feel the same way?
No doubt. Yeah, we got 2 of our top guys out, but we got a lot of talent still in this room. And they dress us up night in and night out, so there's no excuse. Those guys being out is part of the game. But we're just not even. It just seems we're not even close. You know, when it comes to the fourth quarter, down 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes on the clock, it's like we're not even close. So that's the most frustrating thing at this point.
Is this team getting too comfortable losing, Joe? You guys are getting complacent?
No, I can speak for us as a whole. And I know we're not getting complacent, man. We're trying to come up with everything possible to try to turn this thing around. And it's just frustrating, man. We obviously defensively, we seem a bit out of sync at times. And it's killing, especially in the third quarter.
As one of the guys leading this team this quarter, especially tonight, what are you seeing from them that maybe they could do better to get more involved?
Well, we got a pretty much free-flowing offense. You know, it doesn't cater to one guy. So, you know, the offense, man, it's just, you know, some nights the ball flies, some nights it don't. It's just part of it. And, you know, we got a lot of talent, a lot of guys on the team who put the ball in the hoop. It's just kind of tail up, you know what I mean?
Out there.
You know, it's disappointing that we are where we are, but you know, we got to stay positive through all of this. It's tough when you look at the record, 3-10, 3-11, whatever our record is, and know we dug ourselves quite a big hole. No matter if we got the injuries or not, still feel like we're talented enough to win, you know, these type of games. So, you know, we're gonna continue to keep our heads high and remain positive.
Tough to get booed. Does that hurt by the home crowd?
Obviously, I mean, you don't want to get booed when you perform, have a bad performance. That usually will come.
At what point do you guys say, like you said, you know, you have to get it going? You're down, you know, 3-10 right now. At what point do you say, you know what?
I mean, it's not about saying, it's about doing. I mean, you know, we say it. Obviously, we say it, but you know, our actions have to speak louder than words now. You know, right now, third quarters have really been our Achilles heel. We got to do a better job coming out after the halftime and being ready, playing with more energy, and doing the things necessary to avoid that.
When Kid says he's going to the backup group to start the fourth quarter because he wants more energy, is that kind of like you know, for the starters, is that an insult, or how do you view his decision to do that?
I mean, he's the coach. You know, he makes those decisions. He's on the sideline. He's seeing it. It's been something that's been, you know, plaguing us throughout the year, the third quarters. And, you know, as a coach, he makes those decisions. And as starters, you know, we're confident in him that he's going to make the best decisions for the team.
Why is the offense in the second half, or everything, offense and defense, but the offense seems to like kind of go in the wrong direction in the second half of these games?
I think part of it is turnovers. You know, we foul a lot on defense. You know, we just got to do a better job across the board and execute and understand things that we did in the first half. And you got to understand, teams aren't going to play the same way they did in the first half that they did in the second half because, you know, teams make adjustments, especially when they're down, and we have to realize that, and we got to be able to adjust with that.
Well, you and Kevin were brought in to lead this team, but not necessarily carry these guys offensively. But do you guys feel like you two have to try and pick it up more because these guys are out?
Well, obviously we have to play better than we have been playing, me and him. You know, it's a tough situation when you're two stars and 4 of your top 8 players are out. You know, and you know you're putting different roles across the board. Not only me and Kevin, but you know everybody's role changes across the board until you know our other guys can come in. Our identity changes. You know, a lot of changes that we have to deal with when you're not playing with your core guys. You know, a lot of things that we do, we play through Brooke, we play through Darren, and those guys aren't there. So a lot of things that we're doing, we're changing. We have to do it on the fly, but we have to be better. End of the story.
Do you guys have any idea when you get those guys back?
No, you know, it's, like I said before the season started, injuries are inevitable. You know, each and every year. So you know, we don't want them to feel the pressure to rush back. Still got a lot of games left. When they do come back, we want them to be 100%.
Thank you.
Thanks, Corey.